Hello and welcome back, viewers. This is your host UVX4Cat, and this is Cat's Final Word, video series dedicated to game reviewing and everything gaming. So, stuff like new games releasing and hardware and software and all that other stuff. I don't know. Anyways, let's just go straight into it. We're reviewing Terraria today, taking our final look into Terraria, and it's a review. So, let us begin. Actually, before we begin, let me go over a few things. I've played the game for about 30 hours in the past 5 days, and I've completed just about everything except for crafting every item, which is pretty tedious, and I don't think I need to do that to rate the game. Another thing is the rating system that we should go over as well. I should tell you how the rating system works. It is a pros cons weight. And how it works is there are pros and there are cons, and you take the difference between the two, and you either get an overscore or an underscore, and you put that onto the overscore/underscore board, and it'll tell you the quality of the game. And what I'll also do is I'll give you a raw percentage for those who like raw percentages, and basically divide the score into 15, and it gives you the percentage. Yeah, since we got the rating system taken care of, let's begin the review. Let's do pros first. Let's get the pro side going up first. And first on the pros is sandbox play. That is widely approved in the gaming community. Sandbox play. It's self-explanatory and it is fun. The next thing is character transferability. You can move your character and its inventory between different worlds in single player and online, of course. And that is also definitely a plus. That is a pro. The next pro is nearly endless gameplay. Now, just content-wise, it's about 20 hours. However, if you go online, or if you want to make like a huge tower of evil or some shit like that, I mean, it's nearly endless. Your imagination will take you as far as you can let it take you. The next pro is free content updates, and I believe it is bi-monthly. Ooh, I think it might be tri-monthly actually. Because we're 3 months away from the last update. But anyways, alright, we're about 2 months and like 2 weeks away. Anyways, or 2 weeks, 2 months and 2 weeks from the last patch is what I'm trying to say. However, it is free content updates, and that is a pro. Another pro is much to craft. There's tons of things to craft in the game, and that is a plus. I mean, there are so many things you can discover, and with using items and using the guide to help you, it is pretty good. Lots of weapons and armor sets it's also a pro. You can always be progressively increasing your character's armor and weapons, and it does take a while to do, so it is rewarding, and that is a good thing. That is a pro. Another pro is events and bosses. The Blood Moon and the Goblins events, and that is really fun. That is pretty fun. I do like that. And the bosses, I do enjoy the bosses as well. They're pretty, they're not easy, but they do require a gear check. However, if you do have the gear, they're pretty easy to do, except for Skeletron. He's kind of hard. But still, it is really fun. Online play is also a pro. It's just, it creates a community, a good community in the game. And it's fun to play with people you like to play with. And if you don't have any friends, well, or if you don't like your friends, then don't play online. And single player is still just as good. The cons. Let's do the cons now. Let's go on the con side. And there we go. And the cons, the first thing on the cons is something that I don't necessarily agree with, but it is a majority thing that a lot of people don't necessarily like, or they'll shy away from the game because of it. And it's 2D side scroller. A lot of people don't like that, and they'll shy away from the game. However, it is too late to change that, obviously, and there's nothing you can do about it. But it is a cons because it is just a majority factor in the review. However, I don't necessarily agree with it. But oh well, there's nothing you can do. Anyways, let's go to the next con, and it is that you can get stuck if you don't have. I don't remember what the pickaxe was called, but in the corruption you can use your grappling hook, and you can get stuck in the ebonstone blocks, and that is really shitty, I do have to say. And you can get stuck very easily doing that. And it happened to me about 4 or 5 times. So I definitely do not like that bug. It is that is definitely a con. So you can get stuck quite often. Another con is that the AI could use a little bit more AI. All the enemies are focused onto me, and when, say, like a goblin invasion is occurring, it would be a little better if the AI were focused on the NPCs as well. Because, I mean, let's face it, you can just put all the NPCs in a tower, and there's only one way up, and that's it. I mean, now if you're guarding the entrance, then that's a different story. But if they were actually just going nuts and going crazy and trying to get up there, trying to kill the NPCs and not just you, it'd be a different story, and it would be a little bit more fun. And also another con is, are you feeling a bit lost when you get the game? Because, I mean, other than the guide, you don't really know what you're doing unless you go onto the wiki. I mean, you can follow the guide, and he can guide you on how, onto what to do and how to get NPCs to your house, but that's about it, and what to craft as well, I guess. But, I mean, that is about it. And so you have to resort to the wiki quite a bit. But yeah, I mean that's it. Those are the pros and those are the cons. That's all. All right. Well, that's all we have, and that gives us +4 on the overscore, which is all right. And it is out of 7. So let us go ahead and look at the overscore chart, and it receives a worth it rating. So it is definitely worth it. It is worth your money. However, I mean that is only if you enjoy games like Terraria, if you join sandbox games. If you don't like sandbox games, then obviously it's not a game for you, but it is still on the rating. It is worth it. Now, for those of you who just want the raw percentage, the pros cons rating system is out of 15, so it's -727, which is 15 points in total. That's including 0. And with an overscore of 4, that gives us a 12 out of 15, which gives us a straight 80%. So Terraria is definitely fun and it's very enjoyable. It is pretty good. Definitely worth it. So yeah, check it out. It's on Steam, $10. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing more. This is the end of the review. And this is the end of Terraria. I might do more videos on Terraria for when patches are released and etc. But that is about it. So I'll see you next week with a new game on Wednesday and the review on Saturday. Subscribe and check out the other videos. This is your host, UVX Warcat, signing out.